Okay, out of the Kiev Independent here, Zelensky. Additional Starlink satellite tech to arrive Ukraine next week. So Zelensky announced that he spoke with Elon Musk, who will provide more Starlink satellite systems for Ukraine's war-torn cities. They've also discussed possible space projects that could take place after the war. So there's some amazing news. Elon Musk is stepping in the fight. Shell continues to purchase Russian oils. Pledges to put profits towards Ukraine aid fund. So yeah, the company released a statement in response to criticism from Ukraine's, this guy, the foreign minister, Dmytro Kuleba. He's just awesome for purchasing Russian oil after Russia further invaded Ukraine. He's just on it. He messaged all kinds of people in his team. The company said it would attempt to find alternatives to Russian oil as soon as possible, but the change couldn't happen immediately. So all profits will go towards a fund that will distribute the money to alleviate hardship suffering by the people of Ukraine, end quote. Next up, we have 10,000 Ukrainians to join the Territorial Defense Force. 100,000 Ukrainians to join Territorial Defense Force. According to the National Guard of the Ukraine, 100,000 Ukrainians have joined the newly established volunteer branch of the armed forces since Russia began its all right, Visa, MasterCard to suspend operations in Russia. So it will cease all transactions in Russia over the next coming days, the company said in a statement, meaning that the Russian cards will not work outside of their country. So MasterCard followed suit after that. The Mariupol mayor, Russia blockades city, denies humanitarian corridor. Okay, so I watched him. He said that it was open. They had 50 buses, and it was open for about 45 minutes or so. And they got a bunch of people out, 6,000 people-ish out. But then they started getting artillery and mortar attacked. And now they're down to 21 buses. So they had to end it. They said it was only open for half an hour, and they started shelling us. And he says, we lost buses. So, this is what's going on. So Ukrainian Air Force says that it took down 5 Russian aircraft and 4 helicopters today. So the Armed Forces Air Command issued a statement saying that it had shot down 1 enemy Su-25 fighter jet, 2 Su-34 fighter bombers, and 2 Su-30 SM planes, and 4 helicopters today. Ukraine now claims a kill count of 44 planes and 44 helicopters. So, that's billions. They just lost billions today. Never mind the human toll. So those were the today. Now, the other one here, EU is to provide $547 million to help refugees from the Ukraine. So that's going on. That's nice. Russia shelling these parts of Donetsk Oblast without electricity. And now Zelensky's latest call is on Ukrainians to continue the resistance in his recent address. President Vladimir Zelensky praised civilians for standing up to the Russian occupation and said that the fight must continue. Every meter of our Ukrainian land won by protest and humiliation on the occupiers is a step forward towards victory. Now, this was the happy, funny one. Anonymous has claimed to take down FSB website. The Anonymous Hacking Collective has claimed responsibility for bringing down the website of the Russian Federal Security Service. FSB's website cannot currently be accessed instead of displaying an error message. So it looks like they took them down. They were taken down the other day by Killnet, their civilian webpage. So there's a little bit of a war going on, and Elon Musk just entered it. U.S. to allocate an additional $2.75 billion to fight humanitarian crisis in the Ukraine. Secretary of State, who today, he's been surprisingly, he popped up on the front today, and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said during his visit to a Polish border checkpoint near Ukraine that countries assisting Ukraine will receive funds to accommodate those fleeing war. So yeah, he went right on the border. So he's doing better than everyone expects. Armed Forces Wagner Group camps in Rostov-on-Don near Ukrainian border. According to Ukrainian military, the Russian paramilitary organization, the Wagner Group, has set up a base in the southern Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, from which they are recruiting mercenaries to fight against Ukraine. Now that has to be stopped. Now there's an active mission or something stopping those people. Wagner is not going to last. It's African. Lots going on with that group. So this is something that I find weird here. Israeli Prime Minister secretly visits Russia, talks to Putin. So the Israeli leader, Bennett, he's a very hard right. He arrived in Moscow for an unannounced negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and was later confirmed by Putin's press. So what happened from the secret mission or the secret meeting? We don't know, right? So there's Russia's richest man, Akhmetov, speaks about the Russian war. So here's your local things for the day. And the flagship of the Ukrainian Navy, which is a beautiful ship, had to be sunk. Yeah, they sunk it as the Russians were coming in. They sunk their own ship. Leave your comments down below. Like, subscribe. Have a day.